Yes, and.
Sting.
Yes, and.
Sting.
Yes, and.
Sting. 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 Sting.
Steen. 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 Okay. So today it is story time. This is a story about how playing with yes and can cause real transformation. It's called Anne's story, and it's true. And one day a student came into the audition. We will call her Anne. She was quite plain looking, and the way she was dressed with some old button-down sweater and baggy jeans suggested, well, she wanted to be hidden and unnoticed. We usually did the same exercise for auditions. You are in a room that's familiar to you, the phone rings, and the person on the other end tells you something that is very important to you. You listen and converse about the information. Well, Anne was very nervous, and we told her not to take it seriously, that she was just playing. She sat down in the chair, rubbing her knees, and immediately picked up the phone and began to talk. Well, it was painful to watch. She was so self-conscious and nervous that we just wanted to say thank you to relieve her of her pain. But Anne continued to come to the workshops and eventually began performing in the ARC company. And for a time, her performances were not strong since it seemed she could not let go of watching herself and controlling her actions. But then, one night, something happened. During the improvisation, her body suddenly relaxed, her voice shifted, and she was moving about the stage with the grace of a dancer. The audience laughed and was entranced. And I have never witnessed such a powerful single moment of transformation. And I went to congratulate her afterward, but she ran up to me with tears in her eyes and threw her arms around me, saying, I let go. I let go. Over the next few weeks, each time I saw Anne, I would have never recognized her as the person who had come to that audition just a few weeks before. She moved with grace and ease, and she wore colorful clothes and could always be heard laughing above the voices of everyone else. Anne's story is one that keeps a teacher teaching. She knew she was ready. She wanted to break free of the unconscious bindings that held her in her frumpy clothes and fearful attitude. She was ready to connect the space between the yes and the and. And when she did, on that night, on the stage of the Ark, everyone won. Anne's story is one of many others who have come to know the freedom of release through working with yes and, along with the other exercises of this book.